Hey guys, Noel here, and it is Saturday night, and I thought it would be fun. Well, we've got my co-favorite movie, tied with Bloodsport and It's a Wonderful Life on A Christmas Story, to do a video game review for the video game section of the YouTube channel. It is the holiday time, so I thought it would be a good idea to review a game that many people got for Christmas back in 1985. I actually did not, but nevertheless, we will be reviewing Super Mario Brothers for the original Nintendo, and we are going to be reviewing this via the magic of the Sony Betamax VCR. As we know, Sony and Nintendo had something of a partnership to develop the PlayStation, and that didn't pan out, but nevertheless, Mario will be played through some nice Sony devices, the Betamax VCR and the professional video monitor, and we will be playing Mario on the retro entertainment system, looked over by the loving and all-knowing glance of this friendly Goomba that came in a Happy Meal in the late 80s. So, certainly there's nothing incriminating on this VCR.
Hey Arnold, how are you doing? I just got done choosing my new movie, Too Many Minds. I'm an Australian mime who is rich when he is discovered by a Hollywood producer who turns into a robot. Wow. Arnold, I'm a big fan of yours. But, that movie sounds like your best work yet. Do you remember the movie where I was a substitute teacher? Yes, I do. It's being made into a Broadway musical. It is, really? Really? No? You thought there was going to be a musical of Kindergarten Cop. But you told me there was going to be a musical of Kindergarten Cop. You're not very bright, Noel. Arnold, that wasn't very nice of you. What are you going to do? Jump across the room? Oh, yay. Take it easy there, honey. No offense. We'll be right back.
Okay, so without further ado, let's ignore that. And it certainly was not my ill-fated talk show that I filmed in the 8th grade where I was married to a California raisin. Guess I kind of upgraded here. Nevertheless, let's get down to reviewing Super Mario Brothers on the Retro Entertainment System. My son insists on using this controller. So let's hit the lights and get down to some classic Nintendo/Famicom fun. So, I'm actually asking for the Famicom Mini as a Christmas present, so maybe I'll get that and we can review that. So, let's play Mario, and we have 8 worlds with 4 sections and lots of warp zones. This is one of 2 Mario games that I have beaten, this and Mario 64, and I would argue that this game and Mario 64 are really the most iconic and influential and genre-defining video games that you can find for the most part. This game really made platforming, side-scrolling games popular. Games like Sonic the Hedgehog and Alex Kidd were heavily influenced by this game, and you can argue that Super Mario 64 heavily influenced the push to have open-world adventure games, such as Crash Bandicoot, Ape Escape, Jet Force Gemini, all kinds of good stuff. Now, I believe there was actually a Pac-Man side-scrolling game before Super Mario Brothers, but it was not very famous. So, we're now in the second part of World 1, and hopefully this gets along well. No, it's not getting along well with our cell phone camera. Now, if we're careful here, we can get this fire flower, which you can shoot at your enemies, like so with. And if we are careful, we can jump up here. Now that we are big, we can smash through blocks. And we can run right across the top of this level here. And if we are careful, we can get to some magical pipes. So be careful not to screw this up here. Good. Now we are in what's known as the warp zone. And we can warp all the way to level 4. Now, this game obviously gets progressively harder. Your goal is to rescue Princess Toadstool from the villainous King Koopa, who ends up being known in the United States as Bowser. And as you go through and rescue the princess, you will go to castles, and you will eventually... You will eventually find out that the King Koopas that you are beating are not, in fact, the real King Koopas. They are King Koopa's henchmen. And until you get to World 8, you don't rescue Princess Toadstool, also known as Princess Peach. Gotta be careful here. That did not work out well, so now we basically have to play the running game here and try to outrun this guy here. Whee! I got it. Okay. This game, interestingly, was designed to be the last cartridge game on the Nintendo Famicom, or the Family Computer, because the Nintendo Disk System, the Famicom Disk System, which was going to be making games on very cool yellow floppy disks that said Nintendo on them, was coming out, and that was going to be Nintendo's way of making video games, is putting them on floppy disk. So this was supposed to be the last cartridge game. Technology ended up changing, and we ended up dying it right here. Technology ended up changing. We ended up getting more games on cartridges for various reasons. Wow, I'm not doing well at all here. And so we ended up getting Mario 3 on cartridge, and even games that were made for the Famicom Disk System, like The Legend of Zelda, ended up getting remade for cartridge. Incidentally, this game was also made for the Famicom Disk System. It was put onto a floppy disk, and the original sequel to this game was also a Famicom Disk System exclusive. So that was the original Super Mario's, known as the Lost Levels in the United States when you bought Super Mario All-Stars for the Super Nintendo. Mario 2, that came out in the United States, was released in Japan under the name Super Mario USA, which is an even cooler title for a game than Super Mario 2. A great big pink box. So now if we're careful here, we can now warp to level 5, and there is, actually, I've forgotten, there's a way to actually get a better warp than that, but it's been a while. Now we're in a level with the Hammer Brothers, so we're almost certainly going to end up losing here, because these Hammer Brothers are incredibly annoying. It is really helpful if you have a fire flower against them. But really, this game, it all comes down to basically timing, knowing your environment, and just not getting hit. This is a much more methodical game than Sonic the Hedgehog, which is one reason why I like Sonic the Hedgehog actually a little better than Mario. Is with Sonic, you can just kind of feel your way through the levels, and it's very intense. Actually, this is not the level with the Hammer Brothers. The next one is. Mario is amazing, but it is a much more strategic game, where Sonic is strategic and requires a lot of exploration, but it is, you have a lot less to lose, potentially, when you play Sonic. Sonic also has graphically always been better looking than Mario, but it's really not all about graphics, and sometimes it's just about preference here. Shoot, Hammer Brother. Come at me. There we go. sadly, the guy who actually inspired Mario, he recently passed away. No, darn it. Well, that is another thing that's passing away is our review here. So there we have it, guys. That's a good sample of Super Mario Brothers on the Nintendo Entertainment System, or the Famicom, or the Retro Entertainment System. So I highly recommend this game. It's not difficult to get. You can get this on a whole bunch of platforms. You can get it digitally through Nintendo's download services through their new systems. You can also get this on the Game Boy Color, which is the way that I beat this game. And you can also play it as stated on your Super Nintendo with Super Mario All-Stars. So definitely a must-play if you are a fan of video games and if you are a fan of Mario. It's arguably my favorite Mario game. Till next time, guys, my name is Noel. You take care. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.